Hello. I think I should be online. I'm not exactly sure because live streaming is something which is kind of new to me still. But anyways, welcome to after a long time a finally new live stream from Coding Freaks here. I'll try to make my best to make this an interesting video. Today, I'm going to talk about a completely new thing which came up this week. Let me show you what I mean. This week was the Microsoft Ignite conference happened this week from Tuesday to Thursday, and I heard about a new thing called Azure Container Apps, and I thought about exploring this thing together with you. I don't know where this leads us, but to give you a point, as far as I understood it, Azure Container Apps should close the gap between those Azure Container instances, which are kind of hosting one container or one workload at a time, maybe a little bit more, but basically one workload at a time, and you are not quite ready to use something like Azure Kubernetes Service because you only have one workload. And then you have this other side, which I mentioned, Azure Container Service, Kubernetes Service, which might be too big at the moment you are looking at it. And to close this gap, as far as I understood, Microsoft brought up something which is called Container Apps. So today it's going to be about exploring this thing. And what I wanted to do is just to bring this up in Azure together with you. I'll try it to look around a little bit in the documentation to spin up some workload. Then maybe to check how this comes into play together with Azure Devops or GitHub Actions or whatever I'll take. I don't know exactly. What I mean is deploying something to this thing, and then maybe take a look a little bit at configuration, how this fits into Azure CLI, if ARM templates are there. I don't know exactly where this leads, to be honest. And I'll just try to make them. If you have some questions, that just feel free to put it in the comments section. I think I should see it on my other screen. I'm not sure. I'm not the best. Okay, let's take a look here. So, fully managed serverless container service for building and deploying modern apps at scale. Thank you for this. It's completely the same as in Kubernetes service, I think. So blah blah blah. This is marketing. Yeah, everybody uses it already. I don't know how this works, but anyway, where is the documentation? Explore product solution Azure. No. Where is? Yeah, it's using Dapper. If you don't know what Dapper is, by the way, it's a thing Microsoft came up with. I think first of all, Microsoft Dapper. It's kind of a framework for microservice architectures. I didn't use it. Still, I just read about it. And so I have to read in there. I have a list of to-dos, and one of them is learn about Dapper. Okay, get started. Okay, there it is. Overview, pricing. Pricing is interesting. Let's see. Let's go West Europe. And let's say currency, requests. What the heck? Azure Container Apps is built based on per second resource consumption requests. Okay, the first one, 80,000 vCPU seconds. Wow, seconds. And 360,000 gigabyte seconds and 2 million requests each month are free. It's okay, I think. Let me do the math, by the way. 180 divided by 50 hours of vCPU. Depends on how much CPU you consume, I think. If you have 50 workloads, then you have 1 hour for each workload per month. And 360,000 gigabyte seconds is roughly double. It's not roughly, it's exactly the double of this, twice as much. And so, okay, it should be okay for first test, I think. Okay, what else? vCPU seconds, it's the same. Idle and frequent and active. Okay, how do they distinguish idle and active? Oh, that's interesting. But anyway, let us see. So it should be affordable for the current state. So where is the freaking documentation? Am I not seeing this, or isn't? I don't know. Anyways, let's dive into it. I prepared here in my Azure portal. Let me maximize this. My Azure portal, I prepared kind of an empty resource group. And what I'm gonna do now is I will create a resource here. Let me go ahead, create resource, container app, preview. Is it preview still? Okay, maybe. I thought it will be GA. But anyway, let's try it out. Azure Container App. So what I'm gonna do now? No, please take the resource group. That's the newest, silly thing. There was a time when the Azure portal understood that when you are in a resource group and hit create a resource, then it was in the most times that it applied the resource here, the resource group. Now it's not. What kind of is not funny container app test here? So yeah, that's okay. And then this is C app. I don't know. DD demo. I think this resource is not the container app itself, but the container app account. I will see, maybe you know this, some resources are actually not the resource itself, like an app service is the app service, you deploy it. And then you have stuff like storage account, for instance, which is not the storage, but hosts the storage stuff like blob containers and stuff like that. And I think the same will be true here. So quick start image. Nice, simple hello world container. Let's do it. Target port is 80. I don't know, but okay, I don't have a choice, obviously. Let's see. No text needed currently. Oh, basics, I forgot. This field is required. Container app environment. Oh, see, I do need to create a container app environment, not a container app. Let's see. Container app, publisher, Microsoft, container app environment. What the? Let us see what is going on. Container. So what is container saying? Container instance, container app. Where is the container app environment? I ask. Environment. What do I have to do to bring up a container app environment? Is it? Oh, I can create it here. That's what you say. Okay, let's do it again. Container app test, create a new environment here. It would be CAE. Is it unique? Demo? North Europe is the only option I have for the environment. I see. So let me just delete my resource group because I don't like my resource group to be off the actual resources. That's a good thing to, that's a good demo actually. Let's delete the resource group. And let's create then a new one. Be patient with me. Just a cup of coffee. So this got deleted. So then when I create a new one in my correct subscription and North Europe, I want North Europe. So this is obviously still not in GA. I thought I read about it. God damn it. Yeah, I see. My policy. Policies are good. Create. Fail to create. Disallowed by policy. Oh, damn it. I have a policy which isn't preventing me from putting workspace name, automation account. Now I bring you through the complete portal. That's cool. Log analytics workspace name. Parameter value. Okay, this is cool. Edit assignment. And where are the policies? Can I delete the assignment, which is not the best way to do it, I know. Let me see if this helps. Create a resource. Container app. Preview. No, still not this one. Container app. Oh, I have to create a resource group first. I have to concentrate. Create. Dev test. RG. Container app. I have it still here in North Europe. I hope this works now. I removed everything. Create. No. Is this about by request disallowed policy? Raw error. Whoa. Thank you for the raw error. Policy definition. Enforce mandatory tags to resource groups. Is it still active? I don't get it. Purpose demo. Next. Create, and it's still, no, now it works. Okay, cool. I finally managed to generate a resource. That's cool. Okay, let's create now finally the container app. What do we mean by idle? Maxime. Idle? What is idle? Well, what is idling? My stream is idling? What can I do about it? Because my stream says I'm completely in sync and I have a good connection. I don't know. Anyway, just tell me if you have something. So container app create. Again, it's, yeah, I see the live preview and I'm seeing that I'm not completely in sync. But anyway, what can I do about it? I don't know. Please tell me if something isn't working as expected. Container app test, and then it's container app name, capp demo, environment, cnv demo in North Europe, create, monitoring, log analytics workspace. Oh, that sucks, to be honest. It has to be login. Lab capp. Okay. I don't like this. I have to delete all this stuff later on because let's see. I'm completely unsure what happens now. It passed. Create. Let's see. Idle cost for I see. Thank you. Now I know what you mean with idling. Idle costs for container apps are 85% off. Yeah. Oh, okay. When it's not doing anything. I don't know what this means. It's not doing anything. Does it mean it's not serving requests? I guess so. If it's not serving requests or doing anything. But thank you for clearing that out. Yeah. So let's watch this coming into life. Just a cup of coffee, a sip of coffee, not a cup. Okay, what is it doing? The cube environment? Oh, I see. It's technically, as you've seen maybe currently, it is it is a Kubernetes, which is completely hidden from us inside. So that's why it's considered a good, entry point for switching later to Kubernetes, I guess. Let me see what I can do now. So what here is application URL. Let's just hit it. Okay, thank you. That's nice. It works, obviously. Let me see. It's HTTPS. What else is going on here? The container app environment should be this one. Can I manage this? And if so, what can I do here? Okay, let me start here. This is the container app environment with one container app. Thank you. And it has access control. Cool. So I can, if I want to, I can set up who is able to manage this stuff, the environment. It has tags. Okay, it has logs, so I can log the environment. Okay, that's cool too. And now I have a list of apps, which is okay. I would have expected to see some state here too, but can come later on. By the way, it's interesting that the container apps is preview and container app environment is not. Let's see. Automation, which is the normal pane, so nothing much to see here as far as I can see it. No, it's just this. And the app itself, what does it have? Secrets. Secrets are key value pairs and can be used to protect sensitive data. Okay. So it will be valid across all your revisions. Note that changing secret will not create a new revision. Okay, I guess it. Ingressing, I can configure ingressing here. It's enabled by default and it is inter-only traffic within your VNet. What VNet? I don't have a VNet currently, but I guess it has a VNet internally. Target port is 80, which is a port which is exposed by the container, I think. Continuous deployment, which will get interesting in a second. ACR. Oh, they have to be in the same subscription. That's that. Image tag. Okay, Docker location and service principal. Okay, everything there in a completely simplified version. Logs here and this. Okay, revision management. And now you can create revisions, obviously. Okay, you can put a certain percentage of traffic to a revision, which is kind of a deployment thing to say, okay, I create a new revision and put 5% of the traffic to the new revision, and so to see if smoke is coming out or whatever, or how the acceptance is, and then, okay. What happens if I create a new revision? I can't see anything because I don't have control about this container currently, so I have to do it with my own container, obviously. So, and logs. Okay, I get logs. What do I get here? No tables. That's it. Maybe because nothing happened so far. So it's pretty, I would say, bare level, which has nothing to say because it's still preview and you can expect to come more there. Let me take a look, because deployment using the portal is a poor thing, as you might know if you watched me. Here, let me see if ARM template container app brings something up. Container apps, preview, ARM template. Okay, it has something. So what's going on? Azure provisioning state, environment ID. So obviously you can create. It comes from Microsoft Web. Microsoft Web. You can create container apps. You can define the ingressing rules. Okay, that's cool. Revisions inside the templates, and you can create the containers too, which means you can bring up the complete environment basically in one step. That should be not so bad. That's pretty cool. And it is still, let me see, bicep, not bicep. What was namespace? Microsoft Web Container Apps. most of the times, if you Google this, you are getting into wrong. I want to be, is it here? No. Where is the official documentation of, what is it? Microsoft Web. If I go here and go here, and now this is what I want it to be. Okay, see Microsoft Web, and then container apps. It's not in the official documentation yet. Nothing from container apps here, as far as I can see. Okay, so we have to wait here, I guess. Just a quick note. Ignite was last week. This week, the coming week, or not last week, this week was Ignite, sorry. And coming up week will be .NET Conf, which is pretty important because .NET 6 is about to come and Visual Studio 2022 should come, I think. Let's see, don't miss it. Just away. Okay, with that said, let's take a look at Visual Studio and let's create just pretty dumb a web app, which I don't care currently what it is. I just want to see how the process might be. Web app, ASP.NET Core. Let's go ahead. Let's do it in this folder, and this is container, nearly container app test. Pretty decent name. .NET 5. Don't be too hesitant. So enable Docker, which is what I want. Create. And let's just see. First of all, I want to see if maybe. Oh, I don't think so, but maybe it is already there in the deployment options. Let's see. Is coming. Don't forget to sign up to watch the launch event. Just told you. Read it, guys. Read it. There you can see. Okay, it's coming, and it's still ReSharper is doing its job. Its main job is slowing down the studio. I guess we can be glad about ReSharper because maybe if we ever experience the raw performance of Visual Studio, maybe we couldn't stand it. That's why. That's why this message is maybe important. So let me see if this is pulling the images. Docker desktop has detected that you share the Windows file. Click here for more details. I don't like to have more details on poor performance. What can I do about it? That's my question. Buy an Apple M1. So hard times, guys. If you didn't see the new Visual Studio, which means you didn't see my other blog post or my other video this week, which makes me sad, but anyway, you would have seen that some new stuff is coming here, new colors, little new UI, nothing too bad. So this works now, and this is, by the way, ready to go. So let's see, when I hit publish, is there some sneaky peeky preview? No, it's just Docker Container Registry. So to be able to test this out, we have obviously to create a Docker Container Registry. So let's bring this all together. Let's watch at the resource group. So we have the container app which lives in the environment and needs a log analytics workspace, which weirdly enough has to be in the same subscription, which normally is not the case. Normally you can have the log analytics in some subscription, which is important because of Cloud Adoption Framework coming from Microsoft. But anyway, I'm just going off my path here. And now we have to create an Azure Container Registry. Let's do it. I hate this. I hate this. Container Registry, yeah. Sorry that I just put Azure into this name. I was dumb. So see what I mean? Now the resource group is there. You don't I think no white spaces. Container app test has to be unique. Let's be kind and put DD, which my company's shortage is for dev tier. Let's put it in so that nobody is blocked. Brazil South. For whatever reason, Brazil South is a good idea for him. I don't know. No availability zone, SKU. Let's take basic because private access recommended. That's a good marketing thing, you know? Oh, private access, it's yellow. Let's go back and let's do it, what is it, premium? And then I can have private access. Anyway, it's not that important. Customer managed key is only available for premium. Again, review create and create. Another reason why ARM templates are a good thing. You are not bothered by this and get scared, you know, because of yellow boxes. Oh, it's ready. Like it. So let's try to do a pretty bad thing and publish directly from here. Add a publishing profile, Docker Container Registry, Azure Container Registry. And now the thing is dev tier tests, and let's see. He got it already. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's do it. And let's see if this works. Publish. Build succeeded. Too easy. Too easy. Publish started. Let's go over here and let's go to the resource and let's check the Azure Container Registry repositories. Gotcha. So, publish succeeded. What is going on? Pushing. Publish succeeded, pushing. I see. Liar. So, refresh. Oh, it's there. Latest, the obvious tag. Okay, if that's the case, let's go to the resource group. And now let's see what happens if I go to my environment. How is the flow here? I don't get it. To the apps. And I can't create an app here, which is kind of sad. But again, it's preview, okay? Let's don't be so too picky. So I have a container app here. I guess I have to create another container app in the same workspace environment, excuse me. Again, it is container app test. And this time, what was my naming convention? My newly invited. It is a C app. Best name ever. C app, my first. CMF demo, strictly. So, quick start, image, no. Why can't I do anything here? Use quick start, no, I don't, I see. Azure Container Registry, It is my registry, no images found. Container app test, no images found. Is it? It should have access. Because, should it? I'm here, I always struggle with this. I am with my account. Okay, cool. Image. Do I need something here, which is repositories, access. I have access control. That's not the problem. I should have. I'm completely the owner and everything. Okay, cool. Why isn't he able to see images here? Ingress enabled. I want to be external from anywhere. Target port. 80? I don't know. Let's see. So that's set here. This is set. No text, no images. Okay, let's see. Maybe image type public. Azure Container Registry. He found the registry and he didn't find any image. I hate him already. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. He has images. He has a repository. Here he has. And he has a tag, which means he has an image. Okay, let's do it again. Create resource, container app preview, create, and again. C app, my first. No Azure container. You know what? If I am starting with an image, can I change? I'm just wondering, can I change the image tag later? That's another good test. Let's go to the existing one. And let's go to the revision. I guess, well, I have to create a new revision. And if I create a new revision based on revision, okay, add image, Azure Container Registry. Now no images. He's not able to do it. Okay, why? Azure Container App Test, Azure CRIO. Why isn't he able to find an image? Okay. Access control. The Azure portal itself runs with my credentials currently. That can't be the issue. I have a repository. And I should be able. Let's do something completely different. Oh, wow, that was dumb. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing you guys. Okay. There is a documentation, but it won't let me link it here in the chat. Okay, thanks, Maxime. Yeah, I'll have to check this too. But I think for the base things, we don't need it yet. Maybe I make another session about this if it's more sophisticated. But let me think about something. AZ RCR login name. And now I have, oh no, I first AZ account set -s, and now I have to find my subscription. So let's step this through. Okay, what I want to do now, basically I have to let me pull this off the screen so that I can put AZ mask off, which makes no sense because you will see it. It's exactly the one. It's exactly this one. Okay, let's do it. Let's put AZ mask on. AZ mask is just for not giving you all the information you don't need. But anyway, so now I'm there. Then AZ RCR login. What I do now is I am connecting using my principle in Azure Devops. I'm connecting Docker to this Azure Container Registry, which means that after this, I should be able to spin up a Docker image from this thing. Okay, cool. AZ RCR. What's in there? Those are the lists. List container registry in a resource group and show the results in a table. Yeah, but was there more? I'm not agent pool, subgroups, credential home, identity network group, private repository, managed repository. Yeah, you got it. Repository list. And now he's complaining about name of the registry, which is again this one. do it. What do I need? Resource group. Okay, he has a repository. Well, that's cool. This means I should be able to just simply run this image. Latest, which means it is, where is the complete, here you got it. And how was it? It was docker run docker run Azure Container Registry. There's, I think, the registry name slash something. Yeah, I got this docker login. Oh, do I have to do it? I don't know. Docker pull, and then it's just the no Azure Container Registry. I think it was the name of the registry, which is this one, Azure CRIO slash, I don't know, yeah, look up, no such host. Is that true? Azure CRIO v2 TCP lookup container test on, what the hell is this? No such host. Docker run Azure Container Registry. I always forget. This is publishing. Azure Container. I don't need this usually locally because it's running in the cloud. Run container from Azure Container. Yeah, that's exactly my question. Prerequisite Azure login, connect as you account, Docker login. Maybe I have to do it. After I did this is my registry. I think I did it without this, but who knows? Username. Username is this one. And then I have to be careful because it has, the container registry has a password, I think. Yeah, I just have to access keys. See, login server, access keys, admin user enabled. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's, again, let me see what is going on. Why can't I connect to this? It is a public repository. Username is this one. Password would be no such host. No, senor. What is this IP? 53 is DNS, isn't it? Okay. I'm getting completely overwhelmed here. So let me see what happens if I'm giving him, I can't have the image, he can't have the image. What is going on with this container registry? North Europe, creation date. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. You're completely right. Why is this happening? Okay, be cool. Add a container. Now I have this admin user. Let's see. Simple hello world. Add container. Is it now working? Yeah. Now I know why. because I now added an admin username and for some reason he was not able. Okay, now I see. So before I do it here, now it should be working with a new one. Let me do it here. Yeah. Docker, please update it. Yes. And then this one. Oh, God. Command override. Do I need a command override? I don't think so. So ingressing enabled, external, I think those were the settings. I don't know. Well, we can do it. Review app settings. Oh, a name. C app my first. That's what I suppose. How it's supposed to be called. It's the best name. Passed. Created then. Thank you. Okay, cool. Deployment happens. Some struggling here. So the basic thing was that I just enabled. Let me see. Yeah, it's there. Let me go to my. I don't know. Something is wrong with the access control here, basically. But what I did is I just enabled here the admin user, which I shouldn't have to do because now I know what went wrong. You know what? I didn't enable the service principal of Azure Container App or Azure Container App Environment in access control for this Azure CR. That's why, I think. I don't know the service principal, by the way, but anyway, let's see what happens. And it's working. That is cool, sir. That was quick. But be patient. Because, why be patient? Because this is what, how do I explain it? The thing here is, this is a pretty dangerous thing currently, because what happens now if I update the image? That, let me show the process. Okay, let's see. By the way, let's F5 this thing locally and see if edit and continue also works in Docker locally. Let's see. So what happens is I get this page. Let me put this on the side and let me put Visual Studio here. And this is a new feature in Visual Studio. It has nothing to do with the current demo. But anyway, my channel, my rules, you know. Okay, let's go here and go to the index view, for instance, where it says welcome. Welcome to Container Apps. Let's do this. No. And the thing why it's not working, I'm not sure what's going on here. I think you have to enable this first. Somehow, but it's not edit and continue the way I expected it to be. Okay, never mind. Okay, now I have a change, which means if I run this again, he should say welcome to Container App instead of welcome. That's my change. And by the way, can then get rid of this too later on. So welcome to Container App, and this will be stripped away too. Okay, cool. Let's do this, and now let's publish this. Simply publish just a new version. Sip of coffee, because we wait. Let's go to the portal. And let's see what where am I? Oh, I just have to wait for those friends. The new layer 6.3e comes on. Okay, now repositories, and now we should have, it's only the latest. Okay, but what is this thing now doing? Nothing, hopefully. Yeah, because now we should have to create a new revision. Okay, because we don't have continuous deployment, revision management. Okay, cool. create a new revision. Container image, this one. Do I have to do something? No. Latest tag, and just do it. Create. Deploy revision. Now what happened? Now what, my friend? What is happening here? Deploy revision. That's it. Ah, yeah. See? So, what is the new one? We have the new one is automatically full trafficked, which means, ah, yeah. You see? I have the new stuff. If I'm going to have, like, let's say, can I have 80% of this here and 20% of this here? Save? Is this possible? Maybe 50-50 would be. So now, in some cases, now you see, in most of the cases I get the new page, and in some cases I get the new page. This is exactly what this thing does. Okay, it's working, friends. It's not sophisticated because normally he should distribute 100% between those two settings and not allowing me 120%. What happens if I save it now? Yeah, thank you, sir. So I think they'll fix this in the future, and now everybody's getting the new one, which is what I'm bothering here currently is this revision name. For instance, this revision name is not the best one I can think of, but anyway, container, I see the container, I see the scale, I can't do nothing about it. I can't see any option to give it more power. So obviously this is purposely done because, as the documentation said, you get a fully managed environment, which means, as I understand it, if it raises, if the requests are raised, it should get more memory and more CPU automatically, and it's okay. So that worked. Everything is okay. How do I access secrets? I don't know. Let's see this later. Okay, cool. And now let's do it automatically, but what I want to know, what do I want to know? Because I don't want him to just automatically deploy every latest version. That is stupid. So what I mean by that is beginners are tending to say, well, oh, Docker, that's how you do it. I just push an image all the time, calling it latest, so that in the registry or in the repository of the registry, the idea is that latest is always deployed, and whatever runs this image as a container every time uses latest, which gives you kind of hell when you want to control when something is deployed. So normally you have, let me show what I mean. You have something more like in a productive environment, and you know me, I just can't demo something. I always have to explain stuff. So that's why I'm kind of, I am what I am. So normally what you have is something like integration environment, let's say test environment and production. So that's what you have in businesses. So nobody wants you to deploy directly to production. So whatever your container registry is, let me make it in a modern way, is here container registry. Okay, anyway, let me just do your ACR. So what you want is that your ACR deploys, if something is deployed here, that this guy, basically this has go the other direction. This guy is connected to the ACR and is seeing, well, something new happened here, some sort of event, and hey, I'm doing it on the integration stage. That is completely okay. That something is automatically deployed to integration is okay. What then should happen is that somebody should trigger the test stage to take this new image too. So if this runs, what you have now is this one got, for instance, now this has v1 now after this event. This one has v1. Let's say, damn it. This one has v1.2 running currently, but this one already runs in v2. So you as a developer, for instance, can check it. Now what you say, some sort of event happens, you say approve this for the test stage, and what you do is he should switch to v2, but with a manual trigger, okay? That's what important. So what you can do is you can say here in the settings or anywhere in the setting, you know what kind of image doesn't care. Let's take latest. You can do this latest, because latest, if you point to a registry, will automatically pull the latest version. That's what it meant to be. So that's exactly what you not want, because if you configure them all to latest without any approval, they just magically switch their state and you have the latest thing in production without anyone testing it. That's why I need more control. That's why revisions are pretty important. And that's why we don't mess with latest in the basic thing. So what we could do now is we go over to Azure Devops. Let's do it. Dev Azure.com. And now let's go to my test thing. This is my company's DevOps. Let's go to the samples section. No, new project. And let's say it is, what is it? Container. Okay, let's calm down. Container app test. Private repository. Doesn't matter. Git is important. Let's go here. And I think this will be the last thing for today, to build up a deployment pipeline, because I think it should be enough. Project settings, first of all, what I need is repos. I don't need boards. I need pipelines, no test plan. Artifacts, I'm not sure. So, okay, settings is done. Now let's init the repository the stupid way. Let's do Visual Studio, git ignore. We don't need a readme. Initialize this. Clone. Bam. No. Dev. Is there a dev test? No. Is it dev test? Samples. I don't have it. Locally. Okay. Okay. It's me. Hello. Nice. Yeah. And what I do now is I close this. Go here into Documents, Studio 2022, Projects. This one, this was a thing without bin and object. Go away. And now let's do this one. Let's go to the repos, to dev samples, container app test. Think it should do the job. Let's open it from here. You could send me a text in the chat if the sound is okay. You can send it too if the sound is not okay if you like, but just give me a thumbs up or whatever, because I don't know if it's okay. So just give me a quick message if you like. Edit. Okay, first of all, let's build this. Oh, ReSharper. If you wonder what I mean with ReSharper and you didn't notice, wait a second. Those of you who don't know what ReSharper is, don't mind. The other ones who are interested in this, there is a preview version for the Visual Studio 2022 preview 7 or whatever preview of ReSharper, which I was hoping or I was expecting to show us a pretty nice performance, which is not the case, obviously. This thing is eating RAM like hell, and in the current phase is not doing anything for me. Okay. Anyway, did I run this? No, because sound is good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I'm glad. Okay. So should be like 10 to 15 minutes if everything works well. Is it still building? Yeah, it looks good. Okay, let's do it. And let's do a little change so then we can see something. Then if this works, let's go index and let's go p this finally comes from DevOps. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one because this is what hip people do today. Okay, cool. Added solution to Git. That's what I did. Commit all, forgot to push. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. So now that we have this, we can have a pipeline. Classic, because I don't want to create. Okay, let's do it. Azure Repos Git, Azure Container, the main branch. Continue. I want to do Docker. Docker container. Yep. And now I want to do the following. Oh, I can't because my project settings. I have first of all connect or create a service connection to the Docker registry. Is it Docker registry and then Azure Container Registry? Yeah, Azure Container Registry. Now I have to wait. Okay, first of all, I have to connect my DevOps, Azure DevOps project, which I created to get a service principal in Azure AD, which enables it to deploy, to push to the Docker registry. That is what I do now. And then we have to see, and that will be the interesting part, how we are supposed to create a new revision in the container app in order to force it to, deploy a new version. That's what we are interested in. I don't know if you know what I mean. I hope I can make myself comprehensible. If you want to know what's happening here, I just, because of my business, I got a lot of Azure subscriptions here from my customers and stuff like that. That's why it takes him so long to load the subscriptions. We have to be a little bit patient here. So because that is the next thing he wants to know, agent should be Ubuntu, build an image, Azure Container Registry, and that's what, he's not able to do this. Come on. Azure subscription, because, he's doing the same stuff. The clean way is to wait here until the subscriptions are showing up. Sometimes you must F5 this screen to get it going. Hopefully this is interesting for you guys. It's kind of confusing because I'm, switching a lot and sometimes I forget to say what I'm doing. Sorry for this. Come on. Usually just a side talk. When I watch people doing what I currently do, the good thing for me is that I feel not so dumb as I felt before after I watched it. That's what's doing it for me, watching YouTube videos, because normally it's kind of, stupid to watch people make something work. I honestly thought, but then I recognized, no, it's not, because everybody at the conferences and stuff like that, they give you the feeling that, what the hell is wrong with you? just do it. It's easy as that. Everything is documented and stuff like that. No, it's not, because you see, for instance, I do this for my living. Okay, so I do this all time, not especially Docker, as you see. I'm not that fluid in this. I use these portals all the time. So, and still I forget stuff. Still I have to, bang my head against the wall and do it all the time. But this way I can show you, as we in Germany say, there's a saying which would mean we just cook with water too. Something like that. And that's what I show here basically. Plus we have a little fun with new products. That's what it's all about. With the live streaming, setting up connection. This thing means now he is using my credentials and creating a service principal in Azure AD and allowing him to access this thing. Let me show this to you if you are interested. This means in this container registry, we should now see, let me put this on the side that I can show you here it is. This is the thing he created here at the top. This is the service principal. He gave him ACR push. This thing is this thing. Okay, this is exactly the same. This is a service principal, which means a user name for a non-human participant here, a system. And he got now this connection. That's what I did, just to show you. Okay, now I have it, and now I should be able to refresh this, and this button now should refresh the combo box. And now I see Azure subscription is the test subscription. Click authorize. Now I don't want to do this. I have already created a service connection, which is this one. You see? Build an image, use the Docker file, use default build context, correctly. Give him the build ID, not latest. And I can, just to show you, latest could be an additional tag. Let me do this to show what this means. And when this is done, go ahead and say container registry, this one, push the image with the tag latest. Okay, cool. Let's see if this runs. This is container test without CI, because it's not CI, it's manual. I don't name it CI. So container app test. Normally I would name this. Anyway, let's run this on the main tag, main branch. Let's see what happens. If it's normally the first run in a pipeline is just showing you what you forgot to set up. Okay, normally. Let's see. Okay. If you ask me what I think about this product so far, I don't know. I mean container apps. I'm not sure what to think about it. Mainly because it's preview, I think, but also because I think I'm not sure if there are. Let me say it this way: we need more settings and more monitoring options for. Told you, monitoring options for this to get this be seriously taken for. What? File not found in build context or excluded by Docker ignore start container app test container file does not exist. Is that true? Let's take a look. Okay, Docker ignore container app test. There's a CS project. There's a Docker file, which should run, because if I go to the folder here and I say docker build for whatever reason, it doesn't build. But if you see copy, what? Is it in the wrong? Is it in, what is he doing? Container app test sees pro. Why? He's already, can it be that this guy is one folder too deep and then he's wrong? Okay, let me take a look at this Docker file. Maybe what he tells me is this one. Let's see what's happening. What? Project file does not exist. What the hell is going on? .NET Resource, container app test. That's what you should do. Build is publish. Container app test sees project. Is this not the file? Okay. Is this not the file? I'm not seeing it. .NET Restore. Copy this to, oh. Is this a problem? Is this the problem? No. I don't know. Let me see. It's too late. It's definitely too late. You know what I do? You know what I'm doing now. So let me delete this stuff. No problem, because we did. I hate it. I hate it so much. I can tell you how much I hate it. I told you 50 minutes. And now we are It is this one. Okay, let's go ahead. Visual Studio. Let's open the SLN. Now let's add new project. Next. Yeah. Let's do it this way to be completely sure that nothing goes wrong. Create. Now probably he gets a new image name. And I have to tell him not to do it. Let me think about all the stuff what I'm doing. Container app test, .NET build, my app, sees project. Yes, he's building it. Basis final, my app sees project or release. This is that. Let's see what's happening. Okay, what happens now if I say cd my app? Is this working? What is going on? Rebuild? I have this in all this stuff. Why? If somebody has an idea why, tell me, feel free. Rebuild succeeded. Seriously. Rebuild succeeded. I can run this locally. It's running in Docker. But I don't know where is the Docker build command happening. Okay, that's stupid. I made stupid stuff. Okay, let's undo all this stuff. Undo changes. Yes. Everything on undo, please. Container app test. That's how it's supposed to be. Let me see the output window. Nearly. Where's output? Do I have to struggle with this kind of stuff right now? Obviously. Rebuild, run this. Oh, IS Express. I don't want it to IS Express run. I want it to Docker run. Come on. Docker. Run it in Docker. So what the heck is going on? Why are they checked out? Dum dum dum. There is nothing to build. Come on. Why not? I don't get it. And that is working. That is again that stuff. And how is he doing it? I wonder. Where is loaded? .NET Core debugger, debug, container tools. Is he Docker build F, force m tmyapp dev? Is it? Is this what is going on? Not my app, but let me see. Docker build. What else? T, target base, label, everything. Why not? Let's do it again. Run this. Docker exec I. No. It's just simple as that. Why? Why? Tell me why. I am here. Docker build build 3 of 7. Fail to compute cache key. What is going on? Not found. I want to know. It's definitely something stupid. Not found, not found. Is it? What is going on? What I'm doing wrong? Brother in mind. T container name. It's the same. I set the Docker environment to Windows, and when adding Docker support, even running Registry through errors, so that I change the environment to Linux as my Docker is running on the Windows subsystem for Linux. Then I moved back to the terminal to run commands. I was able to resolve this by moving to the solution for root folder, and I did Docker build like this. You see, Docker build F is container app test, and then Docker file. Why? It's working. Okay, cool. What does it mean for my, my pipeline? Added my pipeline. Build an image. Not any image, but this one. Is that the problem? Save. Let's try it. Cue this. No hints from the community. Okay. leave this. Please. Pulling the ASP.NET. So far so good? No. So what is he performing? Docker build. That was not supposed to be the thing I wanted to do. But anyway, we all learn here. So obviously this had something to do with the position it stands in. Advanced options, Docker service connection, no. Working directory should be the one where the solution lays in. Okay, cancel, exactly. Memory limit, control options. Image name is this. Docker file. Give me info. Path to Docker file. Thank you, sir. Use the Docker file. Build an image. So what is, can I have the output of the last one? Docker build F. Home vs work T. Container app test 6 would be the name. That is good. Label, everything okay. So he's using the F and running in. Let me see, because he's running it with the dpath container app test Docker file. And if I can see this right, oh man, I hate it. I hate this. Where is use the default build context? Some setting. No. Build context should be simply this. Maybe this was the key. And what? Qualify image name and queue this again. I hope this works. If this won't work, I don't know what to do. To be honest. Because normally this is not an issue. The pushing is an issue. I'm doing something, maybe because I moved it. It was a checkbox. I don't get it. I swear I never saw this checkbox before, and I'm doing that not the first time. So, anyway. What this all leads us to is push an image. And now we should be able to see in our ACR repository. Okay, now we see the 7 version and the latest here. So 7 should be the latest. It should be the same. Okay, if I have the pipeline here, you can see that he has pushed the 7. I run it again. Because 7 is just a build number, which is just counted up and up and up. It doesn't match something here. So let's do it again. And normally, as I told you before, you would go here. Let me show you. You would go here and leave this step. Or you push this step and nothing more happens. You end in the container registry. That's it. And then you have a release pipeline, which is exactly purposed to be able to control which stage is hit when. And this release pipeline should have a step to put it on the first container wrap somehow. We don't know how currently. So if we go to see here the refresh, at some point we should see the 8 and latest. 7, 8 and latest should be there. Still running. Still running. Refresh. We are waiting for 8 to appear. Why? 47. Should be about 1 minute. What is going on? Build an image. Why? Why? See, that's why people are so mad about Azure Devops sometimes. It has its pretty good points, but you know, I can't get it. I don't know what is going on. I'm living in the cloud, literally. And now all I want him to do is to be predictable, first of all. He does not have to be the fastest thing at all, but please be predictable. Deterministic, call it if you like you want, but you know, I have a runtime in the first run from 53 seconds. That's it, 53 seconds. And now I'm doubled the time, and he's not even reacting. He's not even building. He's pretending to pull an image from Microsoft, which does not happen. And I tell you, if I cancel this now, this run, yes, cancel it, and you just give him time and run a new one. It didn't change anything. Just run another one. Now let's see, because chances are that you get a new container, because those are containers who are building this, and what you see is the output of the container. Chances are that this thing, see, check, oh no, build an image, that's where he was stuck. Let's see what's going on now. No, he's over it. So problem with this is, Microsoft, if you see this, which is not, probably not, because, I don't know, not so much viewers, but if you see this, that's not fair, guys, because I pay for every running minute here. That's what you pay me, what I pay you for. And I don't have any chance to, control this stuff. That's not good. Not at all. If you want me to move to GitHub, tell me. Say it loud. So I know. So now we skipped 8 and have 9. And you have to keep in mind that latest always means biggest number here, because every image we push to the repository is flagged with the version, with the build number, and the tag latest. So the tag latest always switches to the latest version. Okay, anyway, what we can do now is in our My First app, we can go here by hand and do it in the revision management. As you saw, we have 2 revisions. None of them represents the current state of affairs, because if I run this locally, I think, I'm not even sure what the current version is. Yeah, this finally comes from DevOps. It's a version which I expected to have. Yes. And is this, because I'm currently a little bit lost here, because I don't know what he's telling me. Container app test. Okay, cool. This one has to go away. What is this one? So the question is the expected behavior that the smiley is there? Let me take a look. Interesting. Where's pages? Index. Yeah, it should be there. This is, I already pushed it. So this is the expected behavior that when I go to the current version, here, there is no smiley at all. This is the one which runs currently. Okay, so what I need him to do now, I want to control this, not by clicking here like an idiot and saying, hey, please make me a new revision, bub. Yeah, not doing this one, but doing it from Azure DevOps. That's interesting. Let me see if Azure DevOps has some control option here. There are two things to check it. Okay. New release pipeline. I don't need you. No, not just do it here in this pipeline, and let's just add a step. Now let's see if they are prepared for container app. Okay, what can I do? What I'm doing here? Added this pipeline. Okay, first thing, new step. Let's see, container, web apps for container, that's the old one. No. Container registry extension is not what I need. Is container app there? Web app for containers? No, this is not helpful at all. So the other option, because it's so early a stage, because it's preview. The last option I want to check is there a possibility to use AZ, which means Azure CLI, Azure Container App. Is there AZ Container? What is AZ Container? AZ Container? Container Instance Apps. No, sir, I want the other thing. Container Instance Apps are not what I mean. Or is kubectl connecting to this? To do Azure CLI. Yeah, I know. But which command in Azure CLI, Maxime? Which subcommand? What is it? Let me see in the documentation. Maybe there. Just post it if you know. Azure Container App documentation. I can find it here. Documentation. Azure, no. Container App. No. Whoa, dude, that's kind of heavy. Container App, resources, FAQ, Azure Container Apps. Where is this documentation? Maxime just told me that he can't. Quick starts, maybe here. Where am I? Container app, okay. How-to guides, guys. Publish revision with, you see, here it is. GitHub Actions. As always, GitHub Actions is the first thing. So what are they doing? ADSP, that's the service principal, container, AZ Container App. There it is. Do I have this? No, which means I need the Azure Container App, AZ Container App module. AZ Container App module, AZ Container App. Where is it? PowerShell would be the same. You found, yeah, I found it. AZ Container App. No, one command. Is this a module? AZ, where was it? AZ modules. Okay, I think I have to install the module because AZ Container App is not here. Okay, cool. Version list, reset, commands. Oh, I didn't do this in a lot of time. AZ Azure CLI install module. You have to install extension. Yeah, I know. Is this extension? Is this a name? Yeah, CLI extension. AZ extension list available. So just to check if this is the correct. Okay, now my extensions are coming. Cool. No, this is what is available. And where is please, let me just AZ container add, you know what? Yeah. Just guessing. No. AZ extension, list available, what can it be? Web app? No. What is it? Damn it. Connect. Azure CLI, Azure Devops, Azure Firewall, Azure IoT. Where is it? Account, transfer, examples, AKS, ACR data. Oh, I hate it. CLI translator. What am I? At what time am I? Already, I don't know, 1 hour and a little bit? Yeah, 1 hour 37, cool, for such a small thing. I would understand if you leave me here, or you are pretty interested in watching me fail. So, anyway, I think I got the idea. Let me put this maybe in a video. It's not published yet, I think. I think so too. I can see it. Thank you for telling me this. So you have to specify the URL for the resource. Yeah, for the source. Yeah, I will not do it here. I will go there a little bit into detail because I think I find this on GitHub then. Thank you, Maxime, for supporting me so much. That was cool. I think let's do a recap a little one. So this is maybe interesting. I suppose it's not for professional users, which will go to Panu Oksale is the guy. Okay, let me bring this Panu Oksala. Panu, sorry for maybe on GitHub, huh? GitHub. See, and then here is it. Repositories, Stream Deck, Azure, WinApp, Gitignore, NetMO Core, somewhere there. Maybe in this block, it'll be there. Okay, in this block. Yeah, I'll do it. But anyway, let me just recap what we did. So, yeah, have a lot of fun playing around. Okay, I think what I think right now at the current state. First of all, it's preview. Don't take it too serious. Second of all, the integration is at the current state poor. I don't understand why Microsoft brings it that big on the Ignite, because they announced it like, you know what, we got the solution. If you're not Kubernetes and you're not single container, then that's what you need. I think so, because it's not ready for production in the current state, which we saw in all the tools which are not ready in the environment, which is basically saying nothing, just a list of apps and a little bit of access control. It's not available it's only available in 2 regions currently, which is always a bad sign for a product at Microsoft. So good idea. I basically wanted to test out my streaming. I wanted to have a little nice experience in just having fun here together with you. I hope this was interesting. It's way too long. I planned it for 45 minutes or whatever, but I was so confused. I think it will be so all the time when I stream. So thank you that you joined me. I will end the stream now, and I hope